Guys, I'm back, and we're coming back to another great second half of season 7 of The Walking Dead. And today we're discussing episode 9, Rock in the Road. So, we're basically right now on the cusp of March to War. We've transitioned from what comes after, as far as the comics anyway, from what comes after to now March to War. And basically, the whole episode is basically Rick convincing both the Hilltop and the Kingdom that it's their time to fight against Negan and the Saviors. And Rick does make a pretty strong case. And what I love about this episode is that whole story that Rick tells to Ezekiel at one point when he says that as long as there's a rock in the road, that rock in the road being the Saviors, then it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. But when you finally conquer that rock in the road, there's a reward. And he brings about the story that that rock in the road is eventually gold and everything. And the gold here represents the peace and prosperity that will come from all their communities living together, which they eventually do achieve through the comics and everything. So it's obvious that they are going to fight the Saviors if they go about how they do in the comics and everything, and fight them. But it was a really interesting episode. It was a good pacing episode. Sadly, no Negan, which I wish we would have seen more of. But we do hear him at one point during the episode. He gives a eulogy for Fat Joey, who Daryl killed in the last episode. But good to see more of Ezekiel. We hadn't really seen much of him at all this season, but he's going to have more of a prominent role, it seems like, in the second half of season 7. And this episode sort of ends a little strangely with Rick meeting another community. And I like what Rick does towards the end of the episode. It kind of confused me at first, but then I started to think about it. It's like Rick smiles when he sees all those people, and then it makes you wonder, just like, okay, now Ezekiel said no, but now we have all these people with guns and everything, just like now we have numbers that we could use them to fight the Saviors and everything. So it kind of makes me wonder who these people are. It doesn't really seem like they're any particular group from the comics. It might have been just a group that they've created for the show. But likely the lineup for fighting the Saviors is definitely going to be the Hilltop, Alexandria, the Kingdom, and then whatever this mysterious group is. And maybe possibly Oceanside, but it seems like they don't really have anything that they want to be dealing with Negan at the time. We do know that what happened to their community was a result of what the Saviors did to them, so they have a big stake in this as anyone else, but it's unsure what they're going to probably do as far as all out war. But that's what we're building up to. By the end of the season, if not, maybe like I would say the last 2 episodes, maybe. But it seems like towards the end of the season is going to end with what we're preparing as all out war, which is this huge epic arc where all the groups go up against Negan, and it's going to be a great arc and everything. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode, if you thought it was a good episode. I think it is, and if they keep the pace exactly like this, then we're going to get that viewership back and back. And that was the real problem with the first part of season 7, because the premiere was amazing. It was great. I don't care what anyone says. It was a beautiful premiere. And some of the episodes were a little bit slower than others, but I think if they keep it at this pace and keep it going and bouncing off each other just like that, then we're going to be in for a really great finisher as far as season 7 is concerned. Hopefully there's more Negan and more episodes. Definitely, I mean, there has to be. But let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Wanted to address that I hadn't been posting a lot lately. It's obviously because of school and everything, but now that The Walking Dead is back, I'm hoping for a more consistent schedule, hopefully. And definitely going to do more movie reviews as we get closer to Logan and everything, and King Kong. Next month is going to be amazing with all the different movies and shows and everything. I'm thinking about doing a review for Bates Motel, but I'm not 100% sure since it is the final season and I really want to delve into it because I really do love the show. But like I said, let me know what you thought of The Walking Dead. Let me know who you think that could possibly be killed off in the later half of the season. And if you have any other comments, questions, or concerns, please let me know.